Is the real estate market going to crash in 2024, and should you wait to purchase a property? Welcome back to our channel. My name is Brandon with the Taylor Real Estate Consultants and eXp Realty, and we service Southern California, but more specifically Ventura County. So if you haven't already, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with anybody you think may find value out of it. And if you have any suggestions or any videos you'd like to see on any topics, please drop them in the comment section below, and we'll be sure to address those and make videos on them. Let's get into today's video. Now, the first thing I want to talk about, obviously, is interest rates. Rates are up. They're fluttering around 7.2, 7.3%. And although nobody has a crystal ball, local economists are suggesting that we may not see rates dip below 6% until 2025. So what does this mean? Is there going to be a crash? Are there going to be foreclosures and short sales? Well, the quick answer is no, probably not. And one of the reasons being is that although rates are also up, homeowner equity and appreciation and values are just as high. And the Federal Housing Finance Agency just released a report, which we'll put up on the screen here, showing that 69% of homeowners have their properties paid off or have at least 50% equity in that property. So you can see of that 69%, 38.7% own their properties free and clear, while 30% have at least 50% equity. So what's important about this and what's significant is that if there are homeowners that are headed underwater, maybe cannot make the payment anymore, they can sell their property, cash out, and pay off the debt. Now, back in 2008, 2009, home values weren't as high, appreciation wasn't as high, so we saw an increase obviously in short sales and foreclosures. But now, since home values are high, homeowners can simply sell their properties and pay off that loan and not have to go into foreclosure or short sales. Now, there may be a handful, but there's definitely not going to be as many as there were back at the previous crash. What's also significant about this chart is that it's going to entice a lot of the move up homeowners to sell their properties and upgrade into a larger home. And what we mean by this is that a lot of these buyers that have purchased a property, let's say in the last 2 or 3 years, but may not want to sell because rates are high, they might actually reconsider because they're able to sell for top dollar, use some of that equity, some of that cash as a higher down payment on their next property, and they can actually buy down the rate. So there's some creative ways that they can use that appreciation and that equity towards the purchase of their next property. So because of this, we are probably going to see an increase in the transactions, right? Because they're going to put a home on the market, but they're also going to buy a home. So it's going to be 1-1 in terms of transaction number, but it's going to be a wash in terms of inventory. And we're also going to see the buyers that are on the sideline jump into the market when rates come down a little bit, and they're also going to be purchasing some of the properties. So inventory is going to go down, but transaction sales are going to go up. What we do know is that the 10-year treasury and inflation has come down. It was around 9%, but it's on a downward trend right now. And we know that interest rates do typically follow. They do lag a little bit, but they usually follow the inflation trend. So with that being said, next year we probably will see a slight decrease in the interest rates. And the reason being is it's also an election year. We know economy strengthens, interest rates come down during elections year. So that's going to be another thing that we see. So let's get into the transactions now. In August of this year in Ventura County, there was a total of 549 transactions. Now, the bulk of these transactions fell within that $700,000 to $900,000 property value range, meaning if you're trying to get into a property somewhere between $700,000 and $900,000, it's going to be more competitive. You may have to be more creative with how you structure your deal. You may have to tighten the timelines. Not ask for credits, things of that nature. Maybe even allow the seller to stay in the property a week or 2 weeks at a discounted rent rate or for free. You know, there's different ways you can be creative. Everybody's situation is different, so it just depends on the seller and obviously what you're able to do and how you can accommodate. Now, another thing I do want to also add or bring to the attention is that unless you're paying cash, you're really not paying the entire $800,000 of the property. So what we mean by that is, although you're purchasing a property at $800,000, you're putting down your down payment, and then you're paying the monthly payment. So you live within that monthly mortgage amount. So if you can find something that is a comfortable amount for you to pay on a monthly basis, and you find a property that you love or at least suits you for the interim, then we would advise you to get into the property, start building your own equity that would allow you to move up into something larger 3 or 4 years down the road. And if you are paying cash, the reality is that the interest rates and mortgage rates don't really matter to you, right? Because you're cash, you're not having any finance. So all in all, I would say that if you can get into a property now, let's go ahead and do it. If you're not sure where to start, reach out to us. We have a great team behind us of lenders and escrow officers and everybody that can facilitate the process and make it really streamlined and easy on you. And it's our job to take the stress from your plate and walk you through the process. And we can at least put a game plan in place to help you get to your end goal in a timely manner, and at least give you the information that you need to make an informed decision. So if you have any questions about the real estate market, not sure where to begin, or just want to pick our brain, feel free to contact us. All of our information is in the comment section below and the description. So with that being said, we'll see you next week. Make it a great day.